Hello, Maud. This is Ray Bone, your lobbyist. I'd just like to give you a quick update today. The legislative update. The session right now is in Easter Hanukkah break. So as a result, there's nothing going on at all this week. And in fact, they're going to be coming back to work on the 19th. So there's a 9-day break. It obviously gives legislators the opportunity to uh, recharge their batteries a bit and to get a little time to relax, but also go home and talk to folks as well. Uh, Fortunately, that of course gives lobbyists like myself an opportunity to do the same. But I did want to get something out to you so you can be more aware of where things are at here at the Capitol. You also get a written update from Emily as well to buttress what I'm presenting here. Um, to begin with, the most important issue we have is a general fund levy increase. As you probably know from our last report, we did have a hearing in the Senate Environment Natural Resources Policy / Legacy Finance Committee. And our bill was actually passed unanimously out of that committee, and it went to the Senate Taxes Committee. And then, of course, from there, because it is a property tax issue, it went to Property Tax Division. We have requested a hearing. One has not been granted to date. In fact, uh, something a little different is happening this year in that the Senate has already passed the first of what we believe is going to be two omnibus tax bills. Um, I wouldn't be surprised at some point they're not combined. They probably will be combined down the road. And I think, hopefully we'll see a second bill because the second bill will include property taxes and special taxes and things like that. So anyway, assuming that there's going to be another tax bill coming after the break, we're still hoping to get a hearing, and there's still a possibility we could get in that bill if the tax committee would support us. Um, but I think we're just going to keep working on that and then see if we can get in that bill. The House decided that they really weren't interested in hearing our bill this year because it increases taxes. So as a result, we are not in play at all in the House. So the only possibility we have of that bill surviving in the next week or so, or week or 10 days, is that we have a hearing in the Senate and get it put in the Senate. Uh, the From there, I think you'll see again the Senate um, combining into one tax bill, and then having a conference committee in the with the House. One of the things that we're hearing is some very strange rumors going around about their maybe an unwillingness to, if they can't compromise, an unwillingness to spend any of that money on the Senate, that $9 billion surplus on the Senate side, and of course the House has got it's got a bill that would their omnibus bill appears to be a mix of spending and sending money back to taxpayers, whereas the Senate, the bill that they just passed um, off their floor, but it actually still is in the body because the tax bill's got to come over from the House side. But anyway, the bill that they did pass off the floor is primarily tax reduction, and I think it appears to be more of the Senate making a political statement about what they want to see done with the vast majority of that $9 billion surplus. So there's going to be a lot of because again it's an election year and everybody's up for reelection. There's going to be a lot of politics going on in the next 5 weeks that are remaining in session. So we just all kind of have to hang on to our hats and see what happens. Several other issues that we were interested in, and that is the smart salting bill appears to be dead. It was not in either one of the environment conference committees, so I believe that is dead for this session. Um, Bonding bills, they're still being worked on. I don't think they're close yet to closure. They're going to take another week or 10 days. And again, the bonding bills are always the last bill to come out, and they always use that for political leverage and to gain votes. So anyway, that's where those are at. Um, the environmental finance omnibus bill in the Senate came out, and that has a very problematic provision in it dealing with the drainage and notification. It is a provision where when you're doing drainage projects, there's got to be a certain notification given to the public, and it's got to be on a web-based database, and just all kinds of requirements, and that will more specifically be defined in the paperwork you get from written legislative update you get from Emily. But it's pretty onerous, and we had really opposed passing that at this time without having it vetted by the Drainage Task Force, and we think that's what needs to be done with this legislation because there's just really too many issues and questions about it, and of course cost is always an issue. That's a big issue in our mind, and how what kind of delays it actually is going to cause as well. That is not, however, in the Senate bill, and some people are making the argument that that's just thrown in there for trade bait when they get to conference committee. And if you look at both the House bill and the Senate environmental bill, it looks like there's going to have to be a lot of trading going on for anything to be settled. There's no question the bills are not even remotely close to similar. So it's going to be a long process in developing a final Environment and Natural Resources Finance bill. The legacy bill, the House has a bill, an omnibus bill. It's going to take the $47 million increase that wasn't projected, that was now projected in the February forecast, and spend it on other issues. In terms of watershed districts, I think the only thing that Bowser is going to get is about, I think, $15 million in additional CREP, one for peatland and one for CREP, and it and that's all there is in it. And even if that pertains to us, I think just nominally. But anyway, that's the Senate does not have a legacy bill. Senator Root, who's chair of the Senate side and legacy, has I think 2 years ago refused to have a bill because she thinks just because there's additional money in there, they ought to just leave it there until the next go around, when the Clean Water Council can look at all the needs that are out there, and then just tuck that money bring the money forward and tuck it into the next biennium bill. And I think you can make arguments for both. The one thing that we did see in the tax bill in the House, which was good, was the removal of the money that the SWCDs has been getting from the Clean Water Fund from the Clean Water Fund and moving it to the general fund. I think that's around $22 million. So anyway, that would be good. Again, we really haven't seen that kind of legislation at all on the Senate side. We've seen the legislation, but we haven't seen that secondary bill. And hopefully once that secondary bill emerges in the Senate, that will be in it as well. Because as you know, that $22 million we think could be better spent with the with the projects on the ground. So anyway, so that's to be determined how that's going to come out. The eminent domain issue is pretty much dead. That really didn't go anywhere this session. And it looks like the 404 assumption will not be funded this year as well. I can't find anything in either omnibus bill regarding that, and they did have full testimony on both sides. But I think it's mostly an unwillingness to spend some additional money right now, or they may be waiting another year to give another year to gel. But anyway, that's those are the primary issues that I believe we're faced with. It's going to be a long 5 weeks. We have 5 weeks left in session. There's going to be a lot of haggling going on from taxes on down, and it's going to be a long session yet. And the best, I think, is hopefully yet to come. So with that, I'm going to sign off and I guess hopefully we'll come out of this session in good shape. I would like to wish everybody a happy Easter and a happy Hanukkah, and we will talk to you next time. Thanks much.